Hi everyone, welcome back. Good to see you all again. Today's recipe is a zucchini tuna bake. Another inexpensive, protein, family-friendly, budget-friendly recipe that you can do with a lot of simple ingredients. So let's get started. I've already done most of the prep. As you know, that's how I tend to do things. We've got our grated zucchini. We've got the tuna already drained. We've got the flour. Now your recipe calls for self-rising flour, which is not something we use a lot of in Canada, but it's a big thing down in the States. So rather than buy self-rising flour, which you can do, all you really need to do is add a teaspoon of baking powder to every cup of flour that you make, and then there's your self-rising flour. Put a little bit of salt in it if you want, but that's not really necessary. So that's what I've done. I've taken a cup of flour, I've put in a teaspoon of baking powder, voila, self-rising flour. We've got our onions are diced, our garlic is diced, cheese is grated, oil is ready, eggs are at the ready. So we're gonna head over to the frying pan and get these sauteed. That's the first thing we have to do. That's really the only the only cooking that we have to do. The rest of it all gets mixed up, poured into a pan, and then baked in the oven. So I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil in the frying pan. Olive oil, canola oil, whatever oil you've got. Grapeseed's nice. Really, it's up to you. You just want a fairly neutral flavored oil, that's all. In goes the onion. We're just going to get it softened, really. That's all we're doing here. And that tends to bring out the sugars in the onions as well. Makes them a little sweeter, a little softer. Takes away the sharpness. Raw onions can be quite sharp. Bit of a bite. I'm not a fan of raw onions unless they're red onions or sweet onions. I'm going to get these going here. While we are letting those cook, I'm going to get everything else ready over here. So we've got the oil, and we're going to crack in a couple of eggs. So in that goes. The other thing I should have mentioned, which I didn't do, is, live and learn. Before you add your next egg in, crack it into a separate bowl, because sometimes you get shell in your eggs. And better that you get it out of, you get the shell in this egg rather than this that's already all mixed up. So if you need to, you can fish it out. This one's good, so we're going to just dump it right in there. Now we're going to whisk it up with the oil. Okay, that's all ready to go. I just need my other spoon. Give this a little stir while I'm over here. Don't want to burn it, don't want to brown it. Just want to get nice and soften. So now we've got a nice big bowl with our grated zucchini in it. We're going to dump in the flour. Put in the tuna. You could use salmon for this if you like. Would be equally as delicious. Give that a mix. I'm going to put in the cheese. Now, recipe officially calls for cheddar, so that's what I've chosen. A nice, strong, aged cheddar is the cheese of choice. Realistically, you could use whatever cheese floats your boat. I think a Gouda would be really good in here. A Havarti aged Gouda would be delicious. I don't have a big enough bowl. So let's grab a bigger bowl. I tend to be a messy cook, so let's get that in there. There. That gives us some room to move around in. Okay. Much easier, much better. Okay. Now, our onions are ready, so we're gonna grab those from the pan. We're gonna put some nice sauteed onions in here. There, yum. I can smell them already. Okay, give that a good mix. In goes the egg and oil. So you'll notice that I have not added any salt at this point, which I am going to do. My palate is such that everything needs salt. So I'm going to grab some of that, a little bit of salt and pepper. It's one of those things that I just tend to put in regardless. I don't really, whether they're on the recipe or not, I still add salt and pepper to whatever I'm cooking. Okay, not a lot. And honestly, this is all there is to it. But look at that, you've got a protein, you've got a beautiful vegetable in there, you've got some good dairy. You've pretty much got all your food groups in here. So, nice meal. It's gonna go into a prepared pan. By prepared, that means that it's been greased. So I've already put some oil in there, rubbed it around a little bit. We're gonna pop this in, and into the oven it goes for 30 to 40 minutes. And literally, that's all you have to do. So if you wanted to serve this, you can serve it hot, you can serve it cold. It slices up really nicely. It's great if you serve it with a salad. Makes a nice light dinner or a decent hearty lunch. And that, my friends, is all there is to it. Super simple, pantry friendly, economical dish for you to feed your family. Hope you enjoy it. Bye-bye.